Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Harrell. I'm a site safety representative for Apollo Mechanical with over 15 years of experience in the safety and health field. And that's covering many different fields of industry and commercial construction in the southeast area of the United States of America. So today I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to help discuss the importance of fire prevention and fire safety. First, we need to talk about the 3 E's of fire safety, which is education, enforcement, and engineering. The world of safety has many different hierarchy controls. Those systems are to protect against hazards. For fire safety, this would be the 3 E's. So with education, that is the process of training people with the information that allows them to prevent injuries and damage to property and maintain a safe and healthful work and home life. Enforcement is the way that rules and guidelines are upheld in the community to make sure that people and companies are complying. Engineering is the actual way that physical hazards are removed or reduced to minimal levels through the process of that engineering. So that means that buildings are reviewed for different types of fire hazards and how many people will be there, material used in that construction, and what will be inside as well. For local jurisdictions, there are codes that are required to be followed by home and business owners to have a safe building. There are many different code groups, such as the NFPA, National Fire Academy, International Fire Codes, and then there's also local groups as well, depending on the state and counties. For myself, here in Tennessee, for example, the IFC and the NFPA codes are still listed as the 2012 editions. That does not mean, though, that they will not change. As with safety, that is an ever-changing field and it can be updated at any given time. Business owners are subject to annual inspections for these code enforcements as part of the 3 E's to verify that buildings are in good shape and in compliance with these codes. An enforcement official will visit once a year to verify that there's no code violations, such as adequate exitability for people, signage for that, if the building has adequate fire protection, and documented inspections on those systems. If violations are found, you will be allowed a time frame to fix those violations depending on that severity. The important part of this falls back on the engineering part of the 3 E's, which plan reviews, structural controls will be listed when the building is constructed to be followed in those codes. If that does not happen, this means that it's very difficult for that building to pass any type of initial inspection or annual inspections going forward. For material to be used in the construction of these buildings, these must follow strict guidelines set by agencies that are actually listed above it we talked about, as well as testing companies for the people who make this material that show proof that the material being used will be correct for the codes that are in these areas. So, for example, this would be companies like 3M, for example, that provide fire rating on their material. This material goes for all types of materials. That includes lumber, insulation, drywall, and more. This is inspected during all types of inspection processes to make sure that the correct materials are being used inside these buildings. For unsafe structures in this area, for example, a big characteristic for local inspectors is the age of the buildings. We currently have a lot of historic buildings in our downtown area that are constructed well before these codes were put in place and are being retrofitted to provide new business locations. So that means that there are many old designs that have to be updated. If they're not updated, of course, they pose a huge fire risk for anybody inside. So this can be material, it can be the layout, or even structural design of the building. So that can be a huge undertaking. So, today we covered the importance of the three E's in fire safety, codes for the areas, and also local testing and inspection. So, hope you have a great day and have learned more about fire safety.